and it's hard to know. So I would like to see him playing properly. And
Well, it looks like we
Look,
will
Astra.
have... Is that the same?
That's
no,
the
it's
same
not.
as
Double
Navi
dolly?
last
It's not
played.
quite the same. It's not quite the same.
Not on the side of Team Heretics, but it is on Navi. And I do like this because they did win out against Giant X when they last played Pearl 13-7. So I feel like they're pretty confident in this comp pick. But yeah, the Heretics one is interesting. We did obviously say that Benji Fishy probably wasn't going to play that Killjoy, and he is going on the Cypher instead. You've got on Jet. So he's not on the Astra as he was
I like
previously.
it. I like good to see in Jet. I mean, it's mostly the same composition we used to see with Chamber. But instead of Chamber, you're going to be playing with Jet. You should be getting some pressure on main A, main B, trying to adapt what they're doing and trying to also counter-stat. This time, the Tejo is not having the utility, this 45 seconds bridge. So probably there is a chance that we can maybe see them shining with this combo.
I really like this. Obviously, the Jet on Vut, he has whipped it out before. It's sometimes good, sometimes not so good, but on the whole, I think people enjoy it. People enjoy seeing him on this. Certainly a global event, absolutely fabulous, fantastic on this agent. Mini Boo, again, on that Yoru. I know you wanted to see a Neon, but you understand why they go for something like this. And of course, Benji the Fish is going to be on the Cypher instead of the KJ. All very, very, very interesting. And you cannot not like and not enjoy Arian Sober. He's just so good.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly say as well is Mini Boo and Vut have just played that duelist role together previously on Haven, so they're warmed up and ready. And I feel like at this point, they are so aggressive and they know exactly how each other plays. So I do think that's going to work to their advantage coming into Pearl as they do it so often.
And also bringing Yoru instead of bringing Neon is going to be much better for them. But right now, with the middle they're playing and playing against the combo they're playing, having a strong operator where they can be flexing and moving in between A and B is a good spot for Mini Boo and also for good playing that Jet.
Was that Rian's mum?
I'm not sure. I didn't see it.
There is a mother
see it.
in the audience. I love
Shout
that.
out.
Shout
That's
out.
someone's mother, you know. So shout out, shout out.
Absolute legend. I love it.
I was like, where are we going with this? This is it, you know? Heretics, they could come out of this with a very solid 2-0, which makes the game next week extra interesting and extra entertaining, because that will be the one that settles which team comes out and secures Seed 1. But for Navi, they have to try and fight back here. We're talking about a team that's haunted the dreams of Shao and Angel since last year, where over time and time again, every single time where they looked good as a team, they will go up against Team Heretics, and Uli, they will just lose all their confidence after, because they either get knocked out by this team or they end up losing this team and then getting knocked out the week after.
I would like to know if it's really a mental issue at that moment. It's a block when you're playing against Team Heretics. Because sometimes we've seen this kind of curse that's being there, and I have to say that Heretics already broke himself. Because don't remember, we have to remember, last week they played against Vitality. It was the first time that Heretics got to win them. It's not be NAVI winning for the first time? I don't think so, but maybe they could try. And also last year, I remember that they won both times on qualifying match and on playoff, both of them, eliminating match, sorry. But also they win on the regular season. I think it was 3-0 last year.
Sorry, as if we just showed a sign that says Tech Pause presented by Pansy.
I never got to do my Tech Pause song.
Okay,
it's
let's do your
you.
Tech Pause song.
Even though it's not technical. Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a Tech Pause.
It
and
is.
I hope the
Okay.
imagery, the directors can bless you with some good imagery for this. A music video from Meg. Take it away.
Everybody, I'm going to set the scene. The stage is red. Lauren is in the building. And it's about to go down. Okay.
Let's go.
We got a tech pause, shut the doors. Crowd are sad, screaming, please no more. But life is rough and stuff happens, so let's all cheer. I love Valorant!
I love Valorant! Let's go, Valorant!
Yeah.
I feel like the crowd really enjoyed that. I saw a couple of girlies bopping their heads.
Thank you.
Shout out to those girlies bopping their heads.
I'm
to this
glad I got my
song.
girly support.
I want to make sure we work on getting, you know, securing the rights to that, making a jingle,
Yeah.
so we can maybe play it every time it happens. What are the lyrics again? I want to learn the lyrics.
We got a tech pause, shut the doors. Crowd are sad, screaming, please no more. But
No
life
more.
is rough and stuff happens, so let's all cheer. I love Valorant.
Nice. What do you think about that, Uli? Can you translate that into Spanish for, you know?
I have it here.
For the
Holy shit,
international
it's gonna
audience.
Be a hard one.
Yeah?
Tenemos una pausa técnica, cerrad las puertas. Está muy triste la audiencia, así que empezar a gritar no, no más. Pero la vida es difícil y estas cosas a veces pasan, así que vamos a levantarnos todos y a gritar ¡que amamos el Valorant!
Yeah.
Vale.
Okay, if that is not the greatest thing ever heard, because over in Americas, I believe G2 have a song, and I love you G2 so much, but that song is diabolical. So I think if we start making our own songs, if we start doing our own jingles, I think we can, you know, rival them. We can really one up them on everything we do anyway.
And we
can
do several remixes for every emotion.
Yeah, maybe like team specific.
Yeah.
We can do some team specific ones.
Listen, if anybody wants, after the Koi chant as well, I feel like I'm really making a name for myself in the songwriting Valorant sphere. So look, if anybody's looking for a new jingle or a jam, I'll do it free of charge. Just let me know.
Don't price yourself down. You gotta be. You should be.
I want my talent to be seen and heard.
Okay, but only in EMEA, right? You're not. America's come knocking. You're gonna say no.
No, that's a big hefty charge.
Okay,
from America.
I like that. Stay away.
Dale
we
a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría, cosa buena. It's the song.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I think Maddie pop off queen. I think if we do the Tegport song, we gotta do a Tegport dance. It's only natural that we have a dance that goes with the song.
I think we get Boaster on that one.
Yeah, we need I think we need the Robbie BK. We throw in the Robbie BK in there as one of the moves. We throw in the Fnatic exercise.
Yep.
So what other icon? Maybe the Gaius chest bash.
Yeah.
Chest pump. Yeah. I think we got
a desk smack.
Also, table smashing the table should be in.
No, I don't think we should smash the table because I think that's going to cause more tech pauses.
A pencil, just throw in the pencil like low times.
Yeah, I don't think that should happen. All right, okay. Oh yes, they know exactly what I'm talking about. This crowd slaps. Best crowd in the world, by the way. Yeah. I love our crowd today. They're joining in. Oh wow, okay. Woo! It's been one map. Is that you out there, Uli? That's something, a plant, a Heretics plant that you
It's
set
my
in
pay
there?
actor.
Yeah. Uli just plants people in the crowd to big up Team Heretics. But I am glad that we have some Team Heretics fans in the crowd because they'll remember Voots Jet. And just to give you a tidbit, shout out to our stats god, Captain Cal. Can I get a move for Captain Cal? Woo! Lovely. He just informed me the last time we saw Voot play Jet, it was on Icebox, EMEA Stage 2 last year versus Koi. Yeah, and Koi won that map.
Wow.
Yeah, Koi won that map.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah, I mean, they were really good at Icebox last year. I really enjoyed it.
Because probably most of the people, the Spanish, that's gonna be looking on the core streamers right now. I'm gonna tell you a meme about NAVI.
Oh, hit me. Is it B2B?
Koi. No.
Oh.
We have to go back to 2023. Ooh. It was a tech pause where NAVI was meeting Koi. And
I remember this. Yeah, carry on.
After that tech pause, I had to call in Spanish that round was for NAVI because it was an issue, an exploit, and it was wrong for NAVI. And I said in Spanish, ronda para NAVI. And that became a meme for the Koi community. And every single tech pause, doesn't matter which team are playing, every single Koi fan is gonna say ronda para NAVI.
It's a dream of mine to become a meme, so
you're
living my dream.
Can you repeat that in Spanish, Meg? Can you
say that again? Yeah. Go again, Uli. Give me one more time.
Ronda para NAVI.
Ronda para NAVI.
Well done.
Buenísimo. Buenísimo. Oh, I'm afraid you have to sing your song, Meg. They're dancing. You gotta sing your song.
Here, let me do my song.
Yeah.
Can you beatbox?
They're dancing the Macarena.
Okay.
It's amazing.
But we're doing it to the new song.
We're doing it to the new song, Uli. Can you give us a beat?
Give us a beat, Uli.
Can you give us a beat?
I will try.
Okay. Yeah.
We got a tech pause, shut the doors, crowd aside screaming, please no more, but life is rough and stuff happens, so let's all cheer. I love Valorant!
I honestly think they love Valorant. Like, I thought I love Valorant, but then I saw Maddie and Mia mousing the crowd, and I'm like, no, they love Valorant.
Yeah,
I don't love Valorant, they love Valorant.
I think the way that people from Europe and America express love for things differently. Do you know what I mean? Like, from Americas, it's real enthusiasm, like real energy, and I think from anywhere in Europe, it's I mean,
no, not Turkey. Turkey,
Not Turkey,
they
no.
do think, or France.
Yeah.
Not
Or
Spain.
Spain. So basically the UK.
Just the UK. Okay,
Just
I'm
the
speaking
UK.
for
Thank
Brits here.
you.
Just the UK.
The miserable Brits.
While we're here, while Mia is being shown on camera, let me give you guys some Mia Mouse lore because I love her, but I might accidentally send some haters her way by saying this. But she is a judge-only Raze main.
Oh,
She
yeah.
is a menace.
You're definitely doing her dirty here.
No, but she's so good at it.
She
like
is.
I see her TikToks and I'm like, she's got the techers.
She's
She has got the
unbelievable,
techers.
but people won't even care.
Yeah, but just the techers are crazy. I've seen her do unbelievable things with a judge on Raze.
I think she's the one person I would let judge me in the face.
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice.
No.
I think if she's got the judge, it's gonna get you in the face.
Yeah.
It is gonna get you. I try to think if we have any shotgun players in this matchup. I don't.
We did
I don't-
see Garage Haven with a judge.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
yes.
So we
I
still
think
vote
Boo
for
is
her.
partial. Boo is partial every now and then, but they're all sheriff players.
Yeah. And Xiao, long time ago on Split, used to play a lot of judge.
He did. You're right. He
But
did.
it's long time ago. I'm talking about maybe 2022.
Yeah. Do you remember
Or
when they tried to
2021.
play sober on Split just for the bans?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember it was against G2
Yeah.
on Ignition Finals.
Well, do you guys know what? We, I believe, have sorted the issues. I gave Mini such a lovely welcoming on map 1, so it's only fair to send this back to the 2011 Vita Novaland runner-up, Lauren Pansy Scott.
Get off the esports
Right, what was
earnings
that one?
website. It was just a random event Tom put on. It's
Mine wasn't even
at
online.
least
That
on
was
second.
online.
I think I've outdone you at Epic Lands and iSeries too.
I want an Epic LAN.
Have you?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Epic LAN 8? 6? 7?
I don't believe you for a second. If we can get the stats guy on that one, any proof would be ideal. However, thank you for your patience. We are being told. Don't start. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. Hold on. Oh, you guys are demanding of production more than I am. Even the Angel fans are asking for it. The timer in-game has started. We're at 29 seconds. 28. We're getting there, folks. We've made it. Oh, the atmosphere in here is electric.
It's been a long week.
It has, and we've all collectively lost our minds together, and there's something quite beautiful about it. So we focus up with 8 seconds remaining, and hopefully no red stages. So, map 1 was a 13-3 blowout. Heretics did what we expected. This, however, is a different scenario. This is very much a arena for Na'Vi to do quite well in, so we focus towards Heretics for now as they are on the attack. Na'Vi are on the defending side. And we'll check in to see how this goes. Already a lot of presence towards Art.
Ooh, already. Ooh. Sorry, it's really the V, the W, it's whoop. Sorry, whoop. Already getting impact on that jet.
He certainly is, but Rienz has fallen to Koala Noob, so trying to bring back these numbers. Rooksick, the flash just caught him in the end. Koala Noob, the only one to really keep this even in the realms of reality for Na'Vi. But the plant's going to be in, and they are ready for this. Stacked up towards Pit, does leave the plant a little vulnerable, but now support can come in, and they know where Hero is.
Tough task from Hero. He's won a clutch from here before, but this time on the retake, going to be a bit more difficult.
Oh, it is, especially on 19 HP. And you were kind of enjoying Na'Vi on this map in moments, and we'll get into that once we get past this, once this is confirmed, because you can see the reposition from Heretics too. They're not taking any chances, going to make this very hard for Hero. Trying to pull off a 1v3 like this, if no one's giving you isolated fights, it's tough. And I think they know now the time is a huge indicator of this. Just a tap on the spike. Benji will give himself up for it, but it's fine again. Still got Miniboo and Boo there in case necessary. Job done. Round 1 in the bag for Heretics. But let's talk Na'Vi on this map, Mini, because there's a couple of key factors that you like about this.
Yeah, I mean, we cast our minds back to the desk when...
Cast our back minds.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Yinsu saying I'm a Na'Vi hater.
Yes.
And apparently, you know... But it's not true.
Okay.
I actually just hate teams on maps where I think they're not very good at.
my brother is
and
not
I think
typical.
Pro is a map where they are very good at. Specifically attack side, so hopefully when we get that map switch, half switch, we can see Na'Vi pick up the pace.
Yeah.
But what I love about them is on the attack side, just solid macro. I think most teams are going to veer towards that A main control, but Na'Vi, one of the teams understanding that B long's a very important part of the map, art control is very important in this map, just like Heretics did last round. Defense, they're okay.
Okay, we'll see if they can make it through with enough rounds to play with.
Yeah.
That's a bigger thing here as well. Very patient and very, it seems, aware of what Na'Vi might be wanting to do. Boo reading it like a book. Again, Hero, last one alive. We've been here before. And this could be a really hard start. You're starting cold into this after a blowout map 1. A little extended pause there in the middle. Obviously, contractually, I have to have a tech pause. My personal sponsor paid for that slot. I'll use it as I want. But it does mean the Na'Vi are going to be feeling a little bit cold now. They need to warm into this game here. Oh, that's not how you do it.
Hero didn't have a great first map,
No.
so does need to warm up into it. Heretics, I'm interested by this comp. It's not a typical comp you see on this map, a little bit off-brand. We saw a very direct approach on the pistol, and I think that is the strength of the comp, just very direct. Anti-eco just seeing a very passive, safe approach. But into these gun rounds, interested to see what they do. The last time they picked Pearl, I was also quite impressed with how they approached the map.
Last Yoru standing wins.
But with a much different composition.
Go. First big challenge, first big test. And I love Woot in this role, but again, he's been taking... Oh! I thought he was taking damage, but it's fine. Beautiful reveal sent in from afar. That's a gift from Rien's there.
And aim was all a ruse for this art walk down. Nothing there, but great control from Heretics.
Yeah, going through the motions really nicely. Start to see those fundamentals in place. Got to see something to dissuade this outcome. As for now, they fought for the space. Apart from that, Kwanu has been finding this value. He was the one who found impact in the first, even turning the flash. Fight back from Hero. Finally, a player advantage here. Rien's, Boo, and Benji going to be put in place, leaving just Benji alive. A 1v4 too much, surely it is. Lovely synergy for the way back in for Na'Vi.
We talked about Hero needed to warm up into the series, and there we go, 3K off the bat. What I liked about Na'Vi there, not committing to that A site being relatively easy to retake. So if you do lose the numbers there, I will be grumpy mini.
Also, I'm looking at the prompter here, and we're being rinsed.
Why is that? Many earned £148 at 3 Epic Lands.
Yeah.
Look, it was a different era.
I only got 60, apparently, at Epic Land.
Already have more kills than last map. Let's
Yeah.
go. This is
Brutal. Brutal. I was coaching a couple of teams. I don't know if that counts, but, you
To
know.
be fair, if we were to do the maths, you did earn, on average, more than me in that head-to-head.
Esports has changed these days. Koalanoob's got ult early on here, and I'm kind of liking what Koalanoob's been up to. He's been looking pretty solid on this. Big redeeming factor for Na'Vi, even their more woes. Whoa! Still gonna get that, are you? Fair play. Okay, Koalanoob goes down. I was bigging him up. That's what I get, I guess. Cursing him. My bad. And a 4v4.
You can always expect Heretics, when they bring out something new, they're always going to have these micro plays, these new ideas, this creativity from the coaching staff. Nice to see already on Pro.
It's just slow mid-routing now, trying to reassess the scenario. We're going to be left inserted towards B-long.
You can see here, Heretics using the smoke, making it feel like a B-long exec, but doing a little bit of shenanigans around middle.
Kind of posturing towards the side. Does that get rid of the alarm bot? It doesn't. So that keeps that security there, but they still have two players posted over towards this side. So Woot's creeping down. Shao
Shao's
touch
just
safe.
hidden.
Did he see a barrel? He did. Oh! That's all you need if you're Woot. Just a pixel out of place. The body drops, but Angel unchecked on so far. This position always seems to be rewarded. Not today, though. Benji clears it fine, and now they've got to respect that smoke.
Who also caught one with the lurk, getting it in second.
That is beautiful mid-rounding from Heretics. It's something that is such a strength for them. Finding options here, and I was worried when they weren't able to get rid of that alarm bot over towards Art that maybe they could have cheated that additional player over for Na'Vi, re-secured it, but again, Boo finding that space. The pixel that came through there, this is the one. Literally.
What I loved here as well is that traditionally you see a Jet player there, keep going.
Yep.
Woot disciplined enough to just wait for his teammates.
Yeah, very impressive stuff. Not happy.
Yes, guys, let's go!
Good work.
I'm hoping to see some rounds here from Navi. I do want to see their attack side against Heretics and how it plays up.
Well,
but not looking great so far.
not yet. Not yet. We wait with bated breath. Hope sky high. We can will it into existence. I've seen a Bucky look rather good recently. Ruxic, you got any of that sort of magic? I don't think so. I don't think Heretics fancy going through choke points. Benji.
Nice little camera for Benji to be safe. Watching over middle. Heretics grouping towards A main. It's going to be a free site if they decide to commit.
Time to jump.
So far, good read of the approach. Clean on entry. A little bit of a chip damage coming in from, I guess, towards Art, but that's about it. And the patience. Let's see if it pays off here. Yeah, very disciplined from Benji. Might be overwhelmed, but no, that camera keeps security. Very well handled. Eventually traded in on, but he's done his job there. Now down to the remaining three, Shao, Hero, and Angel. Now with the odds even further against him with the divide coming through. Miniboo just going to wait on the other side in case someone dares attempt it. But it's towards Woot. Yeah, sharp. Yeah, very sharp, and gets away with plenty of time to spare. This is looking sewn up again.
Yeah, I was interested by why this pairing of duelists for Heretics, the Euro and the Jet, but already Woot looking extremely comfortable taking all the space with the Jet. Fragging out, just like he was on ISO last map.
That's 3.
I was a little bit critical of the idea of them going double duelists on a lot of these maps, but it's been looking incredible so far.
Yeah. You're getting rinsed in Sliggy's chat, by the way.
For what?
I don't know.
I mean, I was startering earlier, and I've only won 180 quid at Epic Land apparently, but...
No, they're really going in. This,
What's this?
look, they've realised they've been caught, so they're just trying to hide the evidence.
What was
but
the evidence?
I'm just saying Yinzu was in there. She's been stirring the pot. She's stirring the pot. How did you feel about the chants, by the way?
The little, like... Well, it felt like a rap to me.
Yeah.
Like a little rap.
Yeah. Remind me when you're like doing, like in school, when there was like, don't worry, we can make maths cool with this simple rap. Meg's got a real career.
Hey, I
in
thought
that.
it was cool, okay?
Right. Well, for now, Na'Vi fighting for the space towards A main, which is a bit of a difference here. It feels like traditionally to this point, Heretics had won that out. This time, actually going to commit towards it. Wonder how long Angel wants to stay here, though, because it does get real tricky, yet having to backpedal, but at least finding indicators of presence.
It is a strength for the Na'Vi competition. They've got the Astra, Teo Salvos to fight for that A main space if they want to. Usually you'll see Koala Noob there with them as the Euro. But Angel having a bit of a day with the aim, so maybe just him is enough.
He's reset the tempo a little bit, and I like the Heretics are already looking for a new option. Now, Koala Noob's position, though.
Time is ticking away a little bit. Your ult's going to be big, though.
Yeah, he has to respect it. That's sight on a platter, really. Miniboo trying to find his man, and I think he has. Yeah, commitment made. He's taken over so much space already. They're forced so deep here.
Just like I was talking about how the post plants on Haven A site are so strong, giving up this B site is a nightmare. The retake for Na'Vi is going to be very difficult.
Decoys.
Your ult might be enough.
Might. Switching out that operator here. Oh my word, that is a lot of bodies. This could be hugely valuable. Oh no! Woot had him red! And gets another! Bringing Na'Vi to their knees until now. A 3v3, but then Miniboo is so much potential here. Angel's still standing though. Clears backside. He's got this. The first step in a long road back through here. Trying to check on the smoke, but the spam comes in and both players now noted. Who takes that next layer of contact? The time. Forcing the hand here, they've got to get moving, and Na'Vi know they're out of options, and they are out of this round. Another foul for Heretics, and the scoreline running away from them.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems that you'll see when teams are fighting so much on defense for that A main space, is B is a bit weaker, and then if you're losing B side, the retake's hard. We saw Heretics with great post-plant theory, having the Astra and Sova alive towards that B long. The rest of the players making the delay on the site, but Gravwell shocked out some recons for that post-plant. Simple cleanup there for Heretics in the end.
It's normal pause. I get nervous. I've been hurt in the past. But Na'Vi do need to get a grip on this. Is there a simple solution that you see? Because, I mean, we get to see the full picture, but right now it feels like Heretics, their mid-rounding is just perfect.
I don't think they need to fight A main this hard. I think that they can play more for an art setup where they also want to make sure they're ready to fight for this B space if it happens. I think as long as they got some deep information towards B and then rotate quick enough towards B, they're fine. They look good on that A retake. Why not play towards that A retake?
Okay. Maybe a couple options. I do wonder what they go for. It looks like Happy leading the conversation here between them and Navi. I do worry. As much as we see strength in this team, this is a really hard way to start map 2 after what was a brutal map 1. Oh. Very nice.
Koala farming with the op
Yeah.
this time around. Even on Raze, like I was watching VODs earlier, it seemed like every time he's playing Raze, it's almost looking like Jet or Yoru, like somehow, you know, Raze not traditionally the best operator duelist, but
It's scary times though, because we're having Woot having a game here. This time Angel not able to get towards posturing that deep. Already forced away, so the question mark remains towards A main.
yeah. But as I said, I didn't want Navi to fight for A main. They've left Art completely open, and I thought Art was going to be the place that they needed to play heavier. And it becomes a problem. If Heretics get towards this A site and have Art controlling the post plant, it's going to be difficult for Navi. They have stacked 4 people now though, rotated across.
Right place, but we've seen the mid-rounding. That's where a lot of our compliments were placed towards. Koala Noob still in position here.
Heretics doing a Navi cosplay.
Cage triggered.
Very slow right now.
It's not 20 seconds yet, don't worry. There we go. Oh, I love that. On the corner, very heads up and cleared. Heretics, it just feels like they're crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Now, they find Hero. There's still Koala Noob. He's kind of your heavy hitter. And he's going to be spotted now off the back of the hat. And it looks like they still want to pressure the point, right? They're still heading this way. Disrespecting the operator in his hands, but Woot managed to slip through. It's an awareness shown, but Woot is hitting today. And he slips away. Doesn't need to outstay his welcome. He's done the damage. Leaving Shao still alive with just a ghost. Rooksik, yeah, he's got the Vandal, and Koala Noob having to run this back with the operator. And the temptation surely to save becomes bigger and bigger.
He's going again.
Round 2. Oh man, this is... I guess that's how you answer a timeout though. An in-zone flawless for Heretics and Navi. Once again, the woes continuing. We were talking earlier about how this is a bit of a test of form. How do they shape up against the big boys, right? How do they look against your Vitality, Fanatics, your Heretics? And so far, it's not looking great.
No, yeah, Navi this season, it seems like they beat the teams that they're expected to beat, but against the tougher opponents, a bit more tough.
One enemy.
I did love that from Heretics though, the little push through into the sewer side through middle. The little jet updraft to distract the crosshair. Nice micro from you. The discipline as well. Ooh, playing a good jet.
Over towards B.
Simple approach this time.
Yep. Keep it
Straight
simple.
exit.
Rooksik, now overwhelmed. Can he try and make it out of this with any positivity? Already going to be noted and spammed. Down to 47, he's in trouble. Hero fell, who's probably one of the closest, but he fights his way forward. Finding one in a second. Spins for the third! Rooksik putting up numbers for Navi. But Woot's still breathing and Benji still standing. It ain't over yet. This might be too far though. Benji late to the party as Navi, off the back of Rooksik's work, give themselves a chance for a second. Benji, once upon a time, these 1v3s felt almost fated. Not today. Shao there, and Navi make it up to 2.
Yeah, beautiful round from Rooksik. He had a bit of a rough kickoff, but stage 1 he's been up there. I think him and Hero have been Turkish duo looking quite good on this team.
Yeah, spot on.
6-6, baby, let's go.
Nice little exec from Heretics, the double dive, you saw the TP and Woot going into the heaven.
Yep.
It looked good, but heroics from Rooksik in the end to win it for Navi.
They got some ults now for Navi. This could be it, you know, 6-6, as said by Koala Noob. We got to run it back every round.
All missiles away.
This is where I really expect them to be able to play these retakes. Hopefully towards the A side of the map. I don't want to see them dying whilst they have these ults up.
Hero, Xiao, and Ruxic are the three. One off for Angel. And a heavier emphasis towards this B site for Na'Vi. Hero waiting. Feels that pressure building now.
It's clearing out the util. Heretics aren't fully grouped towards B. It's just trying to push off any info lines from Na'Vi, making sure they don't have information towards B long. Inserted Woot for an option later on. Gonna go back and explore elsewhere.
So far, so good. It's a very different tempo to this round. Patience being displayed.
Just a bit of noise towards A, softening up that B side, and Woot's got a free kill onto Hero. That's one of those big ults down.
Yeah, two remaining. Ruxic one, Xiao the other. Oh, the double stack is so nice though. The high-low there, just
30
perfect.
seconds left.
But now they're looking elsewhere. They're trying to pivot back towards A, but it's going to be late.
Yeah, just 20 seconds left. If Koala can get one here, soften things up.
Oof. But this is getting so hectic here. 15 seconds. They ain't got much time. They got to go now. 12. Xiao, he's in place, in position. Spots out another. This is good from Na'Vi. There it is. The fight back we were waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, we were complimenting Heretics' mid-rounding, but if you mid-round and something goes wrong and you've left a little bit of time, those are those situations that can happen, especially when you're playing against those ults. Those ults could be used to stall, as we saw from Xiao. A bit of a Melons moment from Heretics.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Very nice. Heretics feeling enough of a resurgence to slow things down here. Wanted to keep control of this. They have a couple of ults of their own, and of course we noted earlier that Na'Vi have 3 of theirs. So time to talk, time to check in.
Yeah, good time to take it. Lost 2 in a row, momentum shifted back to Na'Vi. And Heretics have 3 rounds to work with where this timeout could be useful.
So Weber having the chat there. I saw that Niels had finally stopped talking. He kind of led the initial part, but yeah, it looks like Boo kind of maybe going through the options of what they want to be doing. Yeah, Weber having the chat. Which chat do you prefer?
Which chat do I prefer?
No.
I mean, the Omen one.
Heretics hater. Crazy.
I mean, if I was going to wear a hat, it would be the Omen one.
Okay.
I think it'd be a bit weird if I wore the Heretics one.
Or it's just a leak. Maybe you're the third coach.
Ah, the secret, yeah.
Giving over the strats.
That's not a competitive integrity moment, potentially. I don't know.
What's competitive integrity, you know, between friends? Focusing in now. It looks like Woot is banking on that ult. On the other side, though, they found a cure for the woes, Na'Vi. 2 back-to-back. Koala Noob in place. Last time forced off from this by Miniboo's ult. Now going to try and stand his ground, at least for a moment. Not too worried yet until then. Decides to respect it and fall away, but look at the reaction they've caused.
Yeah, 3 rotating towards B now, and Heretics walking towards this A site.
This could be lovely. Xiao has to over-deliver. Already the knives start flying, the stall comes in. Woot trying to find his way forward. You can see them trying to gap close now. Xiao in trouble. He's gone. He couldn't stay alive much longer, it felt like, but still didn't even grab one with him. Sight under control now. Ult still here for Na'Vi. We're hearing them go off here. Angel trying to find a connection, and he does. Good tags. Great pick up onto Woot. And the plant not in play yet.
Initiated.
Miniboo's gonna have to fight out this one.
Oh, the shot goes through. This is time. Oh my God, what a shot! Miniboo dragging them down with him, costing them time and comfort. Divide on top. It's all 3 ults here, and Rien's might have been spotted getting closer now. I think they're aware of this. But he's going to make the run. He goes down. But Benji ready and waiting, but it's up against Ruxic, the man who got Na'Vi started. Going to get it to half. Benji, patience, looking like it's going to pay. And Ruxic, a second to try and change his mind, was never going to work out.
Yeah, and even with the Killjoy Astra ult combo, it's not enough for Na'Vi. And I got to highlight Xiao there. I think he's got stuck on the back of that A site by himself. In a round where we have these big retake ults, I think that's a blunder by him, but great kills from Miniboo here. Shot himself out of that corner nicely.
Bro, give me that handshake. Bang.
Big round there. You love a coach reaction, don't you?
It was Neil looking into the sky, like talking to God himself. Just thank you.
It is pretty sick, though. I mean, you just got all the ults out of Na'Vi. You just turned that on its head after a couple of rounds that Na'Vi looked like to be rekindling some of that fire, but pulling off the perfect fake.
Portal closed.
It's been a long day. He wants to get back. Another simple approach for Heretics, grabbing that orb towards A, moving towards B. Astra ult online, very strong towards that B side of the map, able to facilitate the plant and get into a good post plant quite a lot of the time.
Revealing area.
Alright, this is good from Angel. Whoa, a little slow on the corner, going to be punished for that, down to 39. And there's commitment here, that's all the players seen. We'll try and play on this smoke. Na'Vi have made the rotations, but the divide comes in as you expected. And it just doesn't. It feels like Angel just didn't expect Wu to go that far. And he absolutely does. Now Na'Vi going to be held back, forced to respect this ult. Spikes in. Na'Vi, what do you have left to do with this now? We're waiting. And now striking. Minibu the first to find it. Shao falls. We're down to 3. And the chaos continuing on the site. Leaving Hero, Rooksik, and Koala Noob in a world of trouble. Minibu doubles down. And the save becomes, well, it feels like imperative. That operator, a prize possession. Dragged out of the hands of Koala Noob. As Minibu carrying on his march towards the remaining Na'Vi man.
Looks like Rooksik should get away with this. Economy low for this last round from Na'Vi. Heretics like the approach, very simple, very standard, very known. But I did like the little addition to that Wu updraft onto the box.
Okay.
Being able to go through that Astra wall on a very awkward angle. But like I said before, playing retake towards that B side of the map, that retake's hard.
Minibu's got ult as well. 2 off from Koala Noobs. Oh man, this is getting tough. Because as you said, we hoped we had enough rounds to witness the other side on this map, but 3 is looking minimal. Hoping they can get another here, so we at least get to see what that side looks like for Na'Vi. And that's
smoke.
That's well. Oh god. Oh god, Koala Noob. Takes a lot of damage just to pick that Vandal up. And now Minibu gonna try and spring into action and take the space away too. Spots out at least another. It's gonna be I think that was Angel potentially, yeah, it's Koala Noob the one over towards the other side. But Angel, a lot to navigate through here, and a lot of problems to try and clear.
Just the Sab was ready for this retake. Nothing too much from Na'Vi. Should be another comfortable position for Heretics.
Should be. Can anything change that outcome for Na'Vi though? No Rooksik to have that moment of the 3K again. Rien's gonna find the connection on Koala Noob. Hero doing well. Shao on the follow-up, punishing Minibu. Hold on, it's not over yet. We're into a 3v3. But the time ticking, and Rien sets himself up for success. As Hero and Shao trying to step into the ring, and it's not looking good. Shao is going to be on a heater. He's got his ult. He's got the right choice here. Boo has to play forward, and Boo does enough. Calm and composed. And minimal rounds to be walked away with for Na'Vi. Managing 3 is going to put a lot of strain on them going forward, as diligent as we may say they are on this other side. Their work is now going to be incredibly hard to try and close this one out in a positive aspect.
Revealing area. Perfect.
Look, Mini, 3 rounds to Na'Vi. I think you were highlighting you wanted to see Na'Vi on this side of things. Being realistic, is this enough room, or do you think this might be a little out of their reach?
I think it might be a little bit out of their reach just because, like, do they have the mental fortitude to know that their attack is as good as what I actually think it is? Like, I think it's a really good attack side, but 3-9 down, got blown out on the first map.
Yeah.
Gonna need to at least get the pistol to get some momentum going.
No, it's it is uphill, but it's round by round, right? And it starts really in this pistol, and it's imperative now for Na'Vi. Anything less than a good start is going to be a problem.
Right here.
We see the ghosts coming out and about for Heretics with the Sheriff on Miniboot. On the other side, no Sheriffs, just those 3 ghosts.
Interested to see what Na'Vi do with this insert. Heretics don't know. Koala sneaking up.
Yeah, this jump spot's not going to see it, and he's going to hear this. There we go, nice. Patience shown by Koala Noob there. Didn't get ahead of himself, and that's a big scalp to claim. Rien's going down, opens up chances. You clear Woot though, don't you? You clear Woot, don't you? You clear Woot! Well, that's what you get when you don't.
Yeah, Heretics didn't move at all from that kill, from that death even. Able to answer back. We already see Miniboot getting all that information.
Oh, this is tough now. Woot in the right place, but he's feeling a bit of pressure. He can't really evade this. He has to stand and deal with it. It looks like he wants to fight forward. Feeling a bit brave, and that's why sharp shooting from Woot. And now the rest of the cavalry's arrived. Boo's on the case. Na'Vi have to dig deep here. Angel and Hero in combination. But look at Miniboo's positioning. Long way around, and patience from Boo. Brothers in arms now, Miniboo. Oh, this is the death of them, surely. Oh, look at this. Oh, no, shooting with the Sheriff in the back. There's something about it.
One enemy
I tell you. No way! Gosh, shades of Nuke and Nico in the back of my mind, but Angel pulls it off and gives Na'Vi a lifeline.
Yeah, I was about to say how Heretics were shooting so nicely into this round.
There's something about it, though. If someone's turned around,
No,
it's
true,
just...
it's true. I'll give him a free pass.
You get that. You get one. You get one. Especially at the scoreline. But that is a huge sigh of relief for
Last
Na'Vi.
player standing.
Yeah, needed that pistol, honestly. I don't think they had a
To be
chance
honest,
in
I
this
would
game
prefer
to get up.
Sheriff and his bump Ruxic. 2 things, which is priority, okay?
Miniboot does have a Marshal into this one. Classics for everyone else. He's looked so good today with all the snipers.
But this shouldn't go anywhere. It really shouldn't. You're looking at 5 for Na'Vi.
I'm trying to reverse curse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Na'Vi taking space. This is good. Boot timing. Ooh, I think Koala Noob saw him there. Yeah, he did. The pathing from Na'Vi.
It's curious, given, you know, you usually don't want to go through those tiny alleyways against classics or potentially shorties.
No shots coming in this time for Miniboo. Cross to be made, plant to be in, Na'Vi. This could be another.
Yeah, set up nicely the post plant, 2 killjoy mollies, art control, everything you need.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Xiao's there. Don't worry. Xiao's in the building now. Ignore what happened on that B site earlier. All good. Woot and Benji. Didn't see much from it.
Last player
It's already, yeah, there it is. Nice. Na'Vi, make it through with 4 standing. That's round 5. This is perfect. We wanted to see this. The fight back for Na'Vi. Maybe a chance to show what they can do here.
Yeah, bonus round for Na'Vi, but the economy looking good. If they convert this round, their economy is going to be insane,
enemy
and Heretics is in the bin.
What's the buy though? The bonus. Okay, that Outlaw with Ruxic is interesting me. You've got 3 light shields to work against. That's some potential. And pace to start with. Na'Vi bullying their way down A main.
Rusik's already out on that B line with that outlaw. He's going to get information there. Hero's in a tough spot though. 3 Heretics players right beside him.
It's just a little pop flash waiting, isn't it? Look at this setup.
Trap play.
Yep. They're going to hear these steps towards A, mate.
Rusik's getting good information here. Might call the team back. Feels weak on B. And he would be right. Like I said before, if they get this B site, retaking B is hard. So good call from Navi.
It's a lot on Benji's shoulders. Got his cam towards that kind of mid-link, but other than that, very open towards long. Only one indicator of presence. A lot of util. I think he knows, yeah, he can't stick around on this too long. Calls in the cavalry, but let's look towards mid. Hero. Oh, he's cleared quick. I thought he might be able to maybe do a bit of damage, take one with him. No. Okay, game back on now.
Getting proactive with that mid push.
Want to take some space back. I like this. Benji seems aware of the possibility, though. Yeah, triple swing. Oh my word, Boo just puts himself to the blender. Benji having to turn it, respect it, but they punish him for this. This is great for the trade out of space. Miniboo taken back from the site. We're down to 2. Ruksik and Koalanu trying to do some damage. Miniboo on a tear, but a 2v1 in time. They want the ace, but I think Heretics just want the round. And Ruksik might have to go wide to try and deny this one. Oh, he can't see the defuse. Woo just has to defend. And yeah, it's stunning, and it is an ace for Miniboo.
Yeah, the retakes are hard, but if Miniboo's running around, shooting them all, easy stuff for him.
Oh man, and I feel there for Hero, because it felt like there was a chance for a bit more maybe.
If they're going to be hypercritical, I think that he shouldn't be in that forward position already. Just
slip back, play back now, yeah.
If they push mid, you can see them run away. If they don't push mid, then go for that link then. You saw Benji, he had the Cypher cam ready when that happened.
Area.
I guess the turret is there for him, but overwhelmed in the end.
Okay, Navi, this doesn't completely change things. That was, I believe, their bonus, so again, they're fine. This is the buy back into it, right?
They're so close to being that round that could have changed everything.
And the setup never got found, right? It never got sniffed out, it never got cleared or seen, so they run back to it.
That's the beauty of playing traps on defense. If it doesn't get caught, you just run it again, because why wouldn't you?
Playing this building. But Boo this time falls very early, and we've seen this as kind of like a 1-3-1 setup. That little trap play towards Art, but I don't know if they're going to hear any of these steps. I think they're going to be shift walking by the time they get any closer, but there's a lot of faith in this. Not getting a reward now.
With this AX, I want to see what space Navi end up taking. Like, do they try and push through the CT for their post plant? Do they push through into Art to take some fight? What space do they want for this post plant?
I almost wish Koalanu did take a look towards Art just to see what he'd find, because they're going to try and backfill this. Yeah, Woot's going to go forward. This is going to be a crunch now. Rienz actually gets Angel on the way through. Koalanu is the one to try and save them. And already slipping away, though, Miniboo falls. It felt like it was half-cooked almost. Rienz and Benji now, tricky, beautiful from Navi. Koalanu pathing back here to make sure that crunch didn't come into play was the right call. Now Navi very much in the driving seat.
Yeah, Benji's going to go for the save. Not even a great gun here. Just the Guardian. Yeah, I think I got to be critical about Heretics there. Like, Navi, they've done well, the AX, like, whatever, but we're playing a heavy Art setup. Holding on to Art for that retake. What are Navi going to do? All they're going to do is they're going to have to push CT. As long as you contain that CT space, they don't have any space to work with from an A main exec. I don't think the post plant is good enough without Art control, in my opinion. So I think the flood-in attempt from Heretics there was a massive mistake.
And I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone can disagree with that. We've seen the outcome right in front of our eyes, and it's obviously the save for Benji, and of course another correct step for Navi. And this was kind of the midst of the battle, trying to flood back in, but kind of putting himself in that pinched position, right? It just didn't work out how they wanted. And maybe there should be layers to this trap play if they want to go back to it, but looks like that's off the menu for now, as the Classics and Guardian are all they can bring in with.
That was there.
Yeah, Heretics, just that Guardian, one Sheriff.
This should be 7. I say should. We haven't seen too many
push
messy
for
enter. Oh
Heretics.
god, what was I saying? What am I saying? Mini Boo! That was a headshot as well. Okay. But again, you know,
Yep.
realistically, you still got
B
4
post plan
rifles.
with rifles.
Yeah, and you've got the divide as well. Lots of nice stuff here.
Planted.
Lots of nice
Might have
stuff.
had this over ult, but someone died.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
What's this about? I don't fully understand the investment of that, but it's getting a bit dangerous now. This reposition down long is coming in. Heretics need to make their move. Na'Vi should be fine. Should be fine, should be fine, should be fine. Everything is fine because Xiao's here. Takes away Mini Boo. Yeah, lovely. This is good. Na'Vi doing exactly as prescribed. But bloody hell, I get nervous.
A bit of a wasted ult, I'm hearing from Xiao, but got
Yes.
4 afterwards, so he's, you know, close to it already again. Halfway there.
Have we seen... I swear these tail ults have been absolute bin juice.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah.
I feel like no one's really found
they
something
look
for
they
it.
look bad when they look worse than what they are sometimes, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. If someone calls or someone's close and then used.
I mean, to be fair to Xiao, he's already got it halfway back almost at this
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
right? So it's like, fair enough,
Yeah,
maybe...
he's having a game, 20 to 9.
Yeah.
I did quiet one of those quiet games where he's just popping off and not realizing.
But... just... Don't love it, but it's alright.
Yeah, to me there, like using it for the post plant seems like a reasonable idea.
Sure.
You know, Salvo as a backup. If we really need to use the ult,
Cool,
use
got
it
another tool.
as another tool.
Yeah.
Save it for next. If not,
And it feels weird to be critiquing usage of an ult when we're so often saying, oh, these teams aren't using their ults, you know, in the quote-unquote correct ways, or, you know, using them when they have them. But yeah, that one, is what it is. We're, you know, being a little critical, but
at the end of the day, won the round.
yeah. Round win. Love it. Big fan.
It was that low buy from Heretics.
Yep. And this is another timeout just being burned
Yep.
through. So
The economy again for Heretics though, if they lose this round again, they're in a rough situation. Navi's bank account is looking tasty.
yeah, they've built up some good old money. Rook's sitting on 6k, 4k, 4.8 for Xiao. 6 for Hero, yeah, it's lovely. And again, nice to see Xiao looking solid here. It is a quiet performance though. It's not like, oh cool, another ace coming in, but he's leading the board overall.
Another A main fight for Heretics. I'm not sure exactly what it is they see on this side of the map. Navi aren't contesting too much.
And if only they had that little trap play in place.
Yep.
Not to be this time though. An Angel feeling some pressure, feeling the presence. And slipping away from this. Gotta be cautious with that spike. Don't want to lose it in these predicaments. Koala noob. Hold on, easy. Okay. Gets out of there. Deals with the util and backs away. We're still above a minute.
Yeah, just taking that util out from Art, making sure that info isn't there for Heretics. They have inserted Jet into A main though. So there is a bit of information on that side of things.
Yeah, they've pulled the rotation, which I like to see. It's good for Na'Vi. This might make him second guess. I'm waiting to see what the pathing is. It's weird again. Is this a Na'Vi-esque round from Na'Vi?
Both teams exploring this space. It's like weird. It's a weird space to explore.
Yeah, Mini Boost is agreeing. He's like, this is weird. We're at
Something's
35
up.
seconds and something weird is happening. Where are they? Because they're not in art. They're not over. They're not in mid. Guys, I think they're coming towards you on B. Get ready. What the hell is going on here? Trying to play a little bit of a crossfire. Oh, re-ends. Clean as you like.
Remaining.
This felt
Spike down. B.
awful. A little overcooked and just not done in the middle. End zone flawless. What was the intention, Mini?
The intention was to do a B split. And if you've heard me cast before, you probably heard me say that I hate B splits because you got to go
into it,
for a
Vinny.
tiny choke point. Through the tiniest choke point in the game you got to run out of. They've got to use a Euro 2P in the corner. It's the easiest kill of, I think it was Benji's life, just sat in that corner next to the cage knowing that Euro's going to TP by himself and die. And then Rians just has to take a nice little off angle. Nice shots from him, but, you know, there are too many angles to clear and it's such a tight choke point. I do not approve.
Ooh,
Do not approve
Mini
of the B split.
disapproval.
Saying all these nice things about their attack side, you know, using that B long control, using art control, and then they throw in a B split, and I just disappointed.
Oh no, the disappointed.
Disappointed.
Do you ever tell Boasty you're disappointed when they played a bad game? Disappointed in you? You ever hit him with a disappointed
No,
dad?
I don't think so.
No.
I think my face did enough to...
Yeah, your coach cams were lethal. If your boys ever watched that back, it was brutal. Even in the
We
wins.
would VOD review sometimes with it, and I'd have to remember which parts I was very angry at. Just skip very quickly through.
In the 2x speed, don't worry about it, guys. Anyway, into the next one. Okay, 7-11. Look, as much as Na'Vi looked very competitive here, there was a big advantage on the half for Heretics, right? So they're very close. A couple mistakes, a couple missed calls, and that would be enough for Heretics to push through towards a 2-0. Na'Vi can't afford to be making those mistakes. They still have the money to get this purchase here, still have these ults that I feel like they've been sat on for quite some time now.
Yeah, the irony to me is if Na'Vi played with the game plans they have before, where they're using this B-long space, they would notice that Heretics are playing extremely weak on this side of the map, could get a very easy plant down, and win the rounds like they have done in this half already. This time a B-long pressure, but look at these two ready. Looks like they might go for a little bit of a fake towards B-long with two lurkers coming through late.
Okay, like seeing the divide. Whoa, that was Koala Noob who barely came out breathing from that. And yeah, he stabbed Benji, backfills the space, disrespecting it, doesn't care. Miniboo trying to bait it out, trying to play this one forward, but they're just greeting Na'Vi on all occasions. Rien's from afar, gets his shot as well. It looks like Angel took a boatload of damage. What? Oh no, okay, it was Xiao who got that, but Benji is immovable, it looks like. Ruxic and Hero, positions are seen. This map feels inaccessible. And Benji's had a round. We noted this side looked weaker from the mini-map, but Benji putting up numbers. Once again, Na'Vi held in this terrible choke point. Spike down towards long, trying to daisy chain their way in, but Boo making light work of what Ruxic was trying to do as Hero's options become nil.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, gotta say in this one, the chaos the Heretics caused and Benji at the helm of it was magnificent.
Yeah, Benji played fantastic, but the unsung hero that round for me was Riant. He droned back through middle and caught those two sneaky pests trying to lurk through that B doors. And it meant that Na'Vi's exec looked a bit awful because there's only 3 people there.
Feel-good moment though for Benji. Quieter side of the map. Sometimes feeling a little bit behind the curve on it, but they're showing his presence. We've been seeing this A-main push-up from Heretics that I don't think has been challenged by Na'Vi traditionally yet. Oh, there's bodies here. Oh, no, why do I feel this is going to work? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. But you check on Woot, right? You clear this. Yeah, there we go. Going through the motions, but it shows a lot of intent to invest this amount of utility here, especially the Aldrone to follow. And Woot playing it to the second, but backs away.
Yeah, unlucky there, Angel didn't get the tag, otherwise he would have popped his server ult.
But look at the damage he's taken for this as well now. Down very low. Does only have the Sheriff, but still. Xiao one off from his ult here. Should be able to get that ult orb if they feel that they can secure it, but the amount of bodies from Heretics on this side of the map is vast.
Looks like Angel's going to set up his ult and pray, but Heretics looking to re-clear.
Woot is such a risky player. Happy to take those chances. Where do you place this one? Towards pit?
Yep, 4 players here from Heretics.
And they're not sitting deep, they're sitting close. Woot's fancying another go at this. This time gonna be damaged up, and nothing there to really force him away. No Aldro now, the dart already got used. Now comes the fight though. You're gonna have the Hunter's Fury coming in. Rien's gonna find Hero, finally cleared out his Woot though. Took a lot to try and push him off the angle. Boot's gonna hold this down, oh my word. We're down to Boo and Benji, up against Ruxic, Angel and Xiao. Angel earlier on so damaged. Still a divide for Boo as well. Plant in play. Doesn't get to deny. Boo wants to fight, he gets it, but he doesn't win it. Angel still standing on only 10 HP. Looking bulletproof until now. Benji, can you clutch up, roll it back? No, Xiao extends play. Na'Vi still alive.
Sound a little bit like a broken record, but once again, Heretics, I think, overcommitting on that A side. You know, they had the 4 players there. I mean, Xiao has had to hit some shots to go through and trade up all that out. I know playing towards that pit and playing for the retake would have been difficult and it gets that tail ult, but just maintaining that art control for me would have been enough.
Without Xiao, though, I feel like this map would have been wrapped up before.
Nice, Xiao!
Beautiful from him. Nice to see that as well, because I feel like we talk about a lot of the other players, Koal, Noob having impact, and here and there others. And it doesn't feel like Xiao's had that conversation in a minute, but rinse and repeat feels like the answer. Adjustment made on the other side is Woot, though, with the operator. And this time, obviously, none of those ults to bank on, barring heroes. But not going to commit to getting that ult orb yet.
Yeah, Navi have gone back to standard pro. Go towards A main. Maybe go back to explore B. Inserting Ruxic though as the Astra on that A side of the map. Not sure how he's going to get into play later. Who's going to peek after this drone?
Cool. Hero, there we are. He's awake. Benji, he over-delivered last time from a position somewhat similar to this. Are we going to have another Benji round, or can Navi hold on? Benji again! Rolling it back, that's his site you're trying to take! And he's having none of it! Down to just Ruxic in a 1v3, and he could not be further away, Mini.
30 seconds left.
No. 1v3 needed for Navi to stay in this one. Gets the first.
Okay.
Bit of a drive-by.
You got
20
more
seconds
of that.
though.
All right, Ruxic, you pulled off that miracle earlier on that first half. That 3K was gorgeous, but this, 12 seconds. And Riens, does he wait?
Left.
He does, plants coming in. Ruxic doesn't get away. Heretics get the job done. Navi couldn't quite get enough rounds on that first half to really challenge here in the second.
No, but Heretics looking good. A 2-0, they'll take that one. They can contend for first seed next week against Fnatic, and I think that that's the kind of level we're talking about with Heretics now. You know, they had a bit of a rough kickoff. They looked a bit shaky coming into stage 1, but I think they're looking strong. One of the best teams in our region, I'd say.
Yeah, I think you're right with that, and this was that litmus test, right? We were talking about this. How does Navi compare up here? Still very much towards the top for Heretics. Navi, they were sat at, what, 2 wins, 1 loss until now, losing out to Fnatic earlier. Now going to be sat on 2 apiece. But still, I think there was room for them there, Mini, but it just didn't come through. Just not quite enough space. And Heretics closing out in 2 maps. I think a lot of us were a bit worried about the veto. Well, we had nothing to be worried about. Looking solid across the board. A lovely performance throughout. Yeah, absolutely stunning from them.